Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is John Cole reporting here. Of course, this is the long and awaited and probably the most controversial recording of Spittin' Sex. Well, I must warn you first and foremost that this particular recording is not only perverted, incested, and full of prostitution, it's also fucking disgusting. But if you're into that sort of thing, then you're a perverted bastard too. Well, we have a never-ending panel of guests who will talk about their experiences in relationships with both men and women, covering sex, kinkiness, and absolute naughtiness, or whatever you want to call it. Well, we also have an inside audience who will pose their questions and problems to our MPs, celebrities, and other guests. Now, first and foremost, Tom Keane, I want to speak to you. Mr. Keane, have you ever encountered any sexual problem whatsoever?
Yes, the first maybe the 2 or 3 years of my marriage, I couldn't get an erection on, plus I couldn't ejaculate, which is quite an embarrassing situation. And so at night I was always in bed before my wife, armed with a cucumber, and that, of course, was the only way I could satisfy her, mind you. That's the reason why I got the nickname Big Tom.
Oh, I see, Mr. Keane.
Why are you looking quite surprised, Mr. Cole?
Well, it's just, Mr. Keane, you have a family, and I'm wondering how a cucumber fertilised your wife's fucking eggs. But anyhow, thanks for your experience, Mr. Keane. Jerry Fitt, what do you think of Tom Keane's problem there?
Well, all I can say is that that's why Mrs. Thatcher made Mr. Keane the defence secretary, because he fires fucking blanks. But I think if he had eaten more garlic, he'd have no problem whatsoever in getting the lad up the attention.
Did you ever suffer from any of these problems yourself, Mr. Fitt or Lord Fitt?
The only trouble I have sexually is I can't get a fuck enough of it. I'm a fucking maniac in the bedroom, in the bathroom, in the backyard. And to make matters worse, the wife's a fucking animal as well.
So I've seen Mr. Fitt, you looks like a bit of a fucking dog as well.
Now, talking of dogs, she loves a fucking doggy position, boy. She loves to get in all fours.
Right now, that's enough for you, Mr. Fitt. There's no need for that. David Bellamy, do you have any sexual problems in relation to what we've been talking about?
Well, when I'm getting down on my loved one, she tells me to get the odd brush out of her crevice. Really, my beard has made us fall up on more occasions than enough. Really, I was thinking of actually getting it shaved off.
Well, why don't you use your manhood instead of your tongue, Mr. Bellamy? You don't like to be disgusting, but why don't you use your tongue?
Well, my tongue's bigger than my prick for a start, plus I can't lick longer than I can bunk.
All right, I see. Now, Patrick Moore out of Sky at Night, who's still with us, the big fat shite, is here. Now, Patrick Moore, do you have any sexual encounters or sexual problem? Well, actually, I did have a few problems, first and foremost, to find out which star I was going to attack. But mind you, I attacked the biggest star with the biggest telescope, which I've got, which is between my legs. And this particular star is very, very attractive if you can get it from behind. Now, the first thing which I have already said to him,
fuck's sake, Mr. Moore, what are you talking? Are you talking about a fucking bright star, a hairy star? What are you talking about?
Well, it was surrounded by 2 moons, which is a magnificent sight to see. You know, I look at these stars every night with only one eye.
One eye? For fuck's sake.
Well, now, hold on a minute, Mr. Fitt. Give us a bit of fucking order here. Mr. Moore, I'm sure you're fucking middle-wiggets in queer order.
Now, come on, you gentlemen, keep it clean here. This is meant to be a clean one. Dr. Paisley, what have you got to say about these latest reports of the Concora sex scandal? Let's get into the serious side of it.
Well, it's a disgrace for anyone, no matter who it was or who it is, to get into that building or go into it and interfere with any youngster's speaking bowl. And I totally oppose to the government for not opening an inquiry into the case again. I would say that it should be reopened.
Well, of these people who we all suspect, Dr. Paisley, what position do you think they hold in Concora House?
Oh, well, I would say most of them would hold a 69 position because that's my favourite. And not only that, I heard if you were caught in the grounds of Concora House, you're liable to get a welt in the mouth.
All right, I see. Right. Well, what are you doing there?
I'm just going to get a fucking drink, that's what I'm doing.
Oh, God, we're going to fucking start early today.
Oh, fuck this. We drop a fudge, that's beautiful, that is.
Right, Mr. Fitt, what do you think of the scandal of the boys' home of Concora House?
Well, I had a fucking great time. Sorry, I think it's a lot of dirty bastards in there. Yeah, a lot of dirty...
What, the boys?
No, the so-called MPs who went in there to flog our lugs. I mean, I'm not afraid to say that the Rochdale MP, Mr. Cyril Smith, was in the grounds of this house and inside the fucking building too. giving out pounds of beef to these youngsters. But I'll tell you what, I wouldn't fancy the fat bastard sitting in my face anyway.
Now, we've managed to bring in a gentleman who was bum-chumming in Kincora House all those years ago. So in order to protect his identity and his bollocks, we're calling him Mr. X. Well, Mr. X, how many boyfriends did you meet in Kincora House?
What do you mean, by meat? You mean porking them?
No, I mean friends.
Well, they say, you know, whenever I went into the house, they all ran away from me whenever they saw me. But I was always there. I always caught up on them.
Every bit of when you caught up on him, you bastard, you see they were still sucking their dummies and running about in their fucking knees.
They were sucking more on dummies and I got to fucking hear them.
You're a fucking pervy bastard, you aren't right.
Now, hold on, now, I'll stick my boot in that bastard's face, Mr. Cole. You better get him fucking out of here.
Right, now hold on, now hold it. Now, Mr. X, what have you got to say?
I wasn't a pervy bastard. I was a lucky fucking bastard.
Now, Lord Fit, what have you got to say about this terrible experience?
Well, I think it's fucking ridiculous. I mean, that perverted cunt shouldn't be in here. I mean, interfering with youngsters is totally out of fucking question. Get him out the fuck, Mr. Cole, if you know what's good for you.
Right, no, just going to have to get a bit of... Oh, for fuck's sake.
I'm sorry about that, I didn't mean that.
Now, hold on now, Lord Fit, you saying you had a terrible experience with a 9-inch vibrator?
Yes, I did. I bought it in a joke shop, and I'll not mention any names. And I attached the vibrator on the 12-volt car battery. As soon as I put the switch on, it knocked 7 of my fucking teeth out, so I was running about gumless.
Right now, Mr. X from Kincora Boys Scandal, you say you're prepared, I beg your pardon, to name some top RUC officers who were using their truncheons for other means in Kincora Home.
Excuse me, Mr. Cole, Sir John here. You know of the consequences. See, this man mentioned my name.
Yes, I'll fucking believe him.
Mr. Cole, you're not conducting a fucking court hearing here, so I would advise you not to entice false information out of this bent, homo-perverted, shit-pushing monstrosity.
Why, have you got something to hide, Mr. Herman, or what? Have you got a fucking guilty conscience?
I'd say you were in the youngsters too, Mr. Herman. You were in there with the fucking youngsters at their fucking arseholes, you black bastard. Excuse me, Lord Shit, or sorry, Fit. Can I remind you that if you wish to take these excuses and these stories and make them to be true, I could take legal action against you and Dr. Paisley for trying to imply my involvement in child molesting. So I would advise you to fuck up about it or else.
Right now, give it over the whole fucking lot. Sir John, did you have any sexual problems?
No way did Sir John have any fucking problems. Thank you, Mr. Finn, thank you. Because he couldn't get a fucking girl in Armagh jail, you battle away in 20 fig, you fucking black bastard. You. Mr. Finn, I'll knock your fucking head if you don't shut me. I'll knock your fucking head in, you bastard, you knock a fucking... please, don't do it.
Right, you now, for fuck's sake, give it over. Dr. Paisley, fucking break these two.
I'll break their fucking necks, never mind break it up. Give it over the Perriers, for fuck's sake.
Right now. Jesus Christ, we're getting all fucking muddled up here. Right, Dr. Paisley, what are you going to say about Mr. Herman threatening Jerry Fitter that he was going to knock his fucking...
Well, that's the sort of thing you'd brief your constables with, Mr. Herman. If the public don't shut up, then you're going to knock their fucks in.
Right, gentlemen, that's it. Now, give it over. Prince Charles, we're going to speak to you now. Have you had any sexual problems?
Yes, I still do have the same problem. When I was getting down to the lower part of Diane's body, I kept pricking her stomach.
Every bit of one of you pricked me a fucking nose like that. You have a nose on you like a fucking pelican, for fuck's sake.
Mr. Fit, I cannot remind you that I'm not talking about my nose, but it was my crown I'm talking about.
Well, let me tell you something, Prince George. You're not meant to go into bed with your crown on, you silly fucker. You're meant to go to bed with no crown on.
You're just jealous, Mr. McGuigan, because you haven't got a fucking crown anymore.
Hey, there's fucking no need for that. I'll knock a cunt out of you anymore, right? Come on outside, big nose, and I'll knock a crown out of the fucking top of your head, you orange bastard. That's it, boy. Fucking end of the bastard. Fuck you up too, you Finian bastard. I'll take it to you, right? Come on, Charlie, I want you out. I want Charlie out now. That's what we fucking said last night, boy.
Right now, come on, yous lot. Yous are all getting totally out of fucking order here, for fuck's sake. Now, shut up the lot of you.
Excuse me, if I was still an officer within the ranks of the RUC, I would make a few citizens arrest and put your hands behind your backs and attach these handcuffs to you.
You're not in Kincora House now, Mr. Herman. For fuck's sake, give it over.
I totally deny your accusations, Dr. Pearce. I don't know why you keep implying it.
Right now, I've seen enough now and heard enough now. Give it over. At this stage and point, we're going to invite our inside audience to pose their questions to our politicians. Yes, that gentleman in the white jumper there at the far side there. What's your name?
My name's Blackie, and I'm married with 2 kids. They're 2 cheeky bastards, many. But my problem's a wife. She wants another cheeky bastard, another child. And I don't want to give her one. And I want Mr. Bellamy to tell me what to do about it.
Well, if you'd like to send your wife round to me, I'll give her 1 or 2.
Look, Bertie Bollocks, I don't fucking... I can't go over and knock his fucking balls on, Mr. Cole.
Well, I was only joking, honestly. I was only offering her a spare set of jewels, for God's sake.
Right, I want Dr. Pearce to tell me.
Well, if your wife wants another child, why don't you adopt a child?
Sure, my wife's a fucking alcoholic, and our house is coming down my rats, fucking wallpaper's hanging off, and I bet like fuck on the GGs.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, you've got what it takes to be a foster parent.
Oh, fuck, that's magic. That's brilliant.
Right now, since your problem's been sorted out, Blackie, now, that lady there with the flowery top on, what seems to be your problem, dear?
My name's Joanne, and my problem is sex.
Why does sex hurt you?
Yes, it does. It hurts me because I can't get a fuck enough of it.
Well, my telephone number is 653.
My number is 4716.
Right, you 2 horny hairs. Give it over. Joanne, who are you asking to sort your problem out?
I would like to ask Mr. Herman. Well, I seem to be placed in a very awkward position here.
Unlike some of the positions you're in Kincora House, Mr. Herman.
Right, fuck up now. That's a fucking... I've heard of fucking enough this from Mr. Fit. I tell you now, fucking shit your face.
I'm not a fucker, you black bastard. You told me like that.
Right, you 2. Give it over.
Fuck me, this is getting worse. This is like something you'd see in a fucking A-wing in Crumlin Road, this. Right, Sir John, could you answer Joanne's problem?
Right. Well, if she can't get enough sex, she would... why shouldn't she get a new job, or a good job, in prostitution? It would be a never-ending pleasure. Plus, she would be well paid for it.
Well, Joanne, what have you got to say to that there, then?
Sure, I am a fucking prostitute now. My God, you must be a fucking nymph or something, aren't you?
Right, well, we'll move on quickly here. Right, that gentleman in the green jumper, what's your sexual problem, or what problem do you suffer from?
My name's Willy Wonka, and it seems to be my problem, a wee Willy.
What, that you've got only a wee prick, or what?
Yes, it's very small, but it hurts like fuck. I'm just wondering if there's anything I could do, like maybe get an extension on the end of it. And I would like to ask Mr. Alex Higgins about that one.
Well, I think... I'm gonna get a drink. I think, your problems are my son. You sound like a fucking frog. And... hold on. Oh, fuck, that's nice. You sound like a frog, and you're just using your prick as an excuse, or maybe a swelling half your prick. As for extensions, the only extension I know you can get is an extension for a snooker cue. Gives an wee snort of that coke. Oh, sorry, another drink of coke.
Right, Lord Fit, do you know anywhere where you could get an extension?
Aye, you can. If you go up to a wee bar in West Belfast, they have an extension from 11 to 1 o'clock every fucking night of the day.
I'm talking about an extension, for fuck's sake, for your penis.
Sure, I don't need an extension for my penis. My well's bigger than Sir John's. Mr. Fit, how do you know this to be true? How do you know your prick... Beg your pardon, I'm choking here. How do you know your prick is... You're choking on my fucking prick, the thought of it, you bastard, ye. No, how do you know your prick is bigger than mine? Mine's fucking far bigger than yours. Well, your wife must be a fucking land bastard then, Mr. Herman.
Right, I give it over, Jerry. There's no need for that.
I'm only fucking Reagan, for fuck's sake.
Well, it's not funny now. Ronald Reagan, have you ever had any sexual problems?
Well, I can't remember.
What, having sex or having a problem?
Well, I can't recall that incident either.
Well, what sort of problems have you encountered? What about Nancy?
Nancy? Nancy who?
Your fucking wife, you must be going fucking berserk here. You're going fucking loopy.
Oh, well, Nancy sits in cactuses because she likes plenty of pricks.
Oh, I see. She must have a crutch on her like a fucking tea bag.
Oh, I can't recall that incident.
Oh, for fuck's sake, we're getting fucking nowhere here. I think you're going on the fucking dope, Mr. Reagan. Are you on the dope?
Well,
met Bob up on a few occasions. Right now, fuck, I've had enough of this here. We're going to move swiftly on to a member of our inside audience. That woman there, yes, you in the yellow jumper. My name's Florence and I'm from the Heel and Ankle. And my problem is, I caught something in my fucking knickers. Hold on to show you now. Excuse me, Florence, you're not allowed to take down your knickers in here. Who can't you want a fucking bet? Hold on a minute, I get this belt off. Here, look at that there for a fanny.
Jesus Christ, look at the amount of hair around that.
Fuck me, there's enough fucking hair down at to stuff a fucking mattress.
Excuse me, Florence, what exactly have you caught in your underwear?
Well, I don't fucking know. My knickers are living with crabs or lobsters or what. I don't know what they are. Put this way, it's fucking seaside nippers of some description. Mr. Herman, what sort of disease have I got?
Excuse me, I used to be the ex-chief consul of the RUC. Not a fucking professor of philosophy or medication. And I'm not fucking Dr. Doodle.
You should have been called Dr. Doolittle, because from what I've been told when you were sitting on your fucking backside as a chief constable of the RUC, you did very fucking little.
Here, hold on a minute there. Look, Florence, come over here, love, a minute. Come here over here. There, have a look. Jesus Christ, look at that there. How long is it since you fucking scrubbed that there? A couple of hours. A couple of hours? More like a couple of fucking weeks. You smell like a fucking hard glass port. You're rotten for fuck's sake. Who the fuck do you think you're talking to, you Fenian bastard? I'll knock a fuck out of you, Daddy, you Fenian. Hey, hold on, Flat, there's only fucking joking you for fuck's sake.
Right, fuck's sake, sonny.
I'll knock a cunt out of him. Fenian fucker you.
Right now, Florence, wise up or let the fuck you out.
Come on, well, fuck me out, throw me out.
Now, come on now, settle down, sit down, take your seat again. Jesus Christ, Prince Charles, do you know what our problem is?
I think a condition is not known as syphilis, but stiffness. She obviously is very fond of getting herself about. In fact, she reminds me of a tub of flora she spreads very easily.
Here, I'll pull the fucking ears of you, big-nosed bastard, you. I'll fucking kill you.
Please, Florence, I was only joking.
Right now, right, throw this fucking hair out. Come on now, Florence, there's no need for that. Jesus Christ. Right now. That's it, we've had enough, Florence. You'll just have to go and seek professional counselling on your problem somewhere else. Right now, do you think the size of your manhood matters in fulfilling sexual pleasure for women, Jerry Fit?
Well, you've heard the old saying, it's not the length, but the quality that matters. So I don't think it matters about the size of your porky.
You're only saying that, Mr. Fit, because you've only got a wee chopper.
Have a fuck. Wait till you fucking look at this here, bastard. You fucking show you at it. Look at the size of that there, bastard there. You put 6 holes on it, you can play the fucking sash on it.
Jesus Christ, look at the size of that there. My God, you can use that for a fucking baseball bat.
You'll begin to crush your fucking head, you don't fuck up, cool.
Jesus Christ. Now, Mr. Fit, I'll not stand for that. There's no need for that fucking cheek. I was only complimenting you on the size of it. Now, Prince Charles, do you think the size of your manhood matters to the female, in some cases the male?
Well, I wouldn't fancy 6 or 7 inches put up my ass. No, I don't think the larger the better. I think it's all down to sensitivity and quality.
Sir John, do you agree with that?
Certainly not. As the ex-chief consul of the RUC, I had to worry about the size of all of my officers, as far as I was concerned. The bigger my officers, the better.
Sir John, we're talking about the pricks here.
Well, none of my constables were pricks, Mr. Cole, let me remind you. They were qualified and dedicated members of Her Majesty's forces. There's no pricks in the RUC.
Well, let me tell you, Mr. Herman. There's more pricks in the RUC than there is in a fucking cactus plant now. Come on, be serious. There is pricks in it.
Right now, give it over, Mr. Pacing. Now, Barney McGuigan, do you think the size of your prick matters, or your manhood, or whatever?
Well, I don't know about that. My wife gets a great laugh at the size of my worm. In fact, it's that small she asked me to use my fucking baby finger instead.
Fuck, I thought I had problems, Jesus Christ. Well, anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to leave spitting sex for now, and we're going to turn over to the other side of the recording for more discussions. So we'll see you soon. Oh, fuck, are we on the air? Oh, beg your pardon. Hello, and welcome back to the side 2 here. Now, what we're going to do... Jesus Christ, that's rotten. Hold on a second, excuse me. Jesus Christ. Sorry about that. Now, what we were going to talk about in side 1, we're going to obviously talk about in side 2. And obviously that is the size of women's, you know what, I don't like to say it, but
What, they're fandangos?
yes, Jerry, how do you like them?
Oh, I love them warm and wet with a bit of fluff in them. Oh, I love them hairy. Love it like it.
What about you, Alex? How do you like the size of women's fandangos?
Well, as you know, I've given up the game because I couldn't get the balls in. But I think the bigger the better because I like to get the balls in and all, because I was never done missing it, so I give the game up.
Well, one of our guests has just arrived in, Charles Hawkey. How do you like the size of the women's front passage?
Well, I think, you're talking about a tunt here,
No, we're not talking about Mrs. Thatcher at all. We're talking about a women's fandango.
All right, well, I see. I think the main important thing is not the size of the tunt, but the smell of it, There's a lot of dodgy tunts about,
And, well, I think I'm sitting right here fucking facing one right now. Anyhow, Mr. Hawkey, what about the size of women's knockers then?
Well, I thought the women of the North preferred doorbells instead of knockers.
We're talking about breasts, Mr. Hawkey.
Oh, well, I love the breast, so long as there's plenty of salt and vinegar and, a little bit of maybe some chips or something with it,
I think there's a chip in your fucking shoulder, Mr. Hockey, you silly Celtic bastard. Can you not understand what you're saying?
Don't be saying there's chips on my shoulder, This is a brand new fucking suit. I wouldn't like to get any grease.
I think you're a fucking bin lid, Mr. Hawkey. Jesus Christ, we're gonna get fucking nowhere here. Jesus Christ. Anyhow, how do you like women's breasts, Jerry Fit?
Oh, in the mouth, thank you. I love them round the fucking laughing, yeah. Love to get the whole tongue in them, Love it.
Jesus Christ, you are a pervert, Mr. Paisley. How do you like the breasts?
Well, I just like the breasts a bit like myself. Nice and firm. Oh, I love them like that.
Well, what about the size of breasts to you, Mr. Prince Charles?
Well, I don't mind the size of women's breasts at all. I don't think it really matters. Whether they're big ones or small ones, it's just the same as people's noses, You could have small ones, you could have big ones.
Fuck you never get any of the fucking size of your snot out for fuck's sake. What the size of it? Fuck's sake, a skier could go down that day.
Well, I wasn't talking to you, Mr. Pitt. But anyhow, I don't think the size of breasts really matters anymore.
Right, well, okay. Well, what about you, Dr. Paisley? You said the size of breasts don't really matter to you either.
Well, I like them to be big, obviously. I've got a mouth geared to take the size of any baby feeders.
Right enough, you've a mouth on you to gobble up, big enough to gobble up fucking Chesty Morgan's breasts. Now, let's talk about bondage, we're all getting into the kinky stuff here now. Like getting strapped to the bed and all the kinky leather gear and, of course, the whips, of course. So, John, what do you think about the old leather whips or whatever?
I certainly wouldn't like to be fucking pistol whipped. No, I'm not into courses of sexual perversion. I just like to... the straightforward lovemaking. That's the right word for it. Instead of all this sort of shit about kinky fucking straps and leather and all the fucking rest of it.
Okay, well, Jerry, what have you got to say about kinky gear and whips and all that?
Oh, I'm heavily in that. I love that lad. I love getting that back fucking whip right off me. And I love rubbing oil on each other first. That's lovely. I love that rub the oil in.
It's probably fucking Castrol GTX you're fucking rubbing into their backs.
Well, I'm sure you've heard the old saying about Castrol GTX, the performance of it, Mr. Paisley.
Fuck's sake, the last ride you ever got, Jerry, was on a donkey in a Blackpool pleasure beach, for fuck's sake.
Yep, many a ride I got there myself. Anyhow, Charles Hawkey, do you like the old bondage, the leather gear and all the rest of it?
Well, bondage is very important. Way of life, for instance, if you sustained a heavy cut or, and you didn't have a bandage, you could bleed to death. It's a very important thing to have.
I think we'll get Charles Hawkey on the right fucking wavelength yet. Anyhow, Lord Fit, what's your favourite position whilst making love?
Well, I love all positions, especially the 69 position. But I hate getting into this position if the female's going to start fucking fighting.
Thought it would make you feel at home, Mr. Fit, that sort of thing.
Jesus Christ, that's fucking rotten. He dropped. Sorry, it was me, Mr. Fit. I didn't mean to. You're fucking dirty, fiend bastard like myself, but there's no need to fucking fight. Like, give us that fucking hairspray there, fuck's sake. Dirty, fiend cunty.
Jesus Christ, you're fucking stinking Hawkey. Coming the whole way up from the south, the shite all around you up in the north.
Well, it was a total lesson. I mean, anybody could fucking fart,
Right now, Dr. Paisley and a few others have wrote and produced a record which they're going to sing, and they're going to do it now for us, I think. And it's going along the theme tune of Little Donkey. I'm sure all the kids and all the rest of it would remember that. And this is, of course, for kids' ear holes. You'll really like this one. Now, Dr. Paisley, I'd like you to sing this as from 1, 2, 3.
I'm a donkey, so the girls tell me. It's big enough and hard enough to knock down a fucking tree. Ring out those hers tonight, Bethlehem, Bethlehem. Follow their hairy stars tonight, Bethlehem, Bethlehem. I'm a donkey that would fit anywhere. I'll put my donkey into anything that has got some hair. Bring out those hairs tonight, Bethlehem, Bethlehem. Follow their hairy stars tonight, Bethlehem, Bethlehem. I'm a donkey with a big set of balls. I'm not scared to flog my donkey even up the fucking falls. So bring out those hairs tonight, Bethlehem, Bethlehem. Follow their hairy stars tonight, Bethlehem, Bethlehem. I'm a donkey, that much is true. And if you want to feel my donkey, it'll cost you.
Oh, that was fucking marvellous. That was really great. There had the old feet tapping and everything there.
Oh, fuck, sorry about that. That was great, Mr. Paisley, really.
Oh, yes. Well, it took me a long time to write that particular song, and the words really hammer it home how I feel about the prostitutes and all the rest of it in this country.
Right. Well, the great wee number, Dr. Paisley, and obviously is going to get the number 1. Sir John Herman, what did you think of that little number?
Well, I thought it was a very, very degrading song that inflicts both pain and sorrow to all women alike. To associate the like of hers with Bethlehem is it's totally disgusting. And I think if the 3 wise men had heard this song, they'd each stick their frankincense golden mare up Ian Paisley's fucking arsehole.
And let me tell you something, I'll punch the fucking head of you, black bastard.
Mr. Paisley, give it over, you
I'll knock the fuck out of the bastard. No need for that, it took me months to write that.
Right, now give it over, Sir John, and get up again.
Fucking no, I got a dig in the jaw for fuck all there.
Fucking tell you, Mr. Herman, you'll push your luck, I'll kill you, black bastard.
Right, now give it over, Ian, for God's sake. Right, now, Mr. Fit, we want to get to you about these jobs that women give you. Well, jobs you get from women.
What jobs? The only jobs I ever got from a woman was fucking do the garden, scrub the floors. That's the only jobs I fucking get.
Well, Charles Hawkey, have you ever had a blow job?
A blowjob? Well, I had an operation on my nose 5 years ago, so I could get a better blowjob. In fact, I blew that hard I near shit myself.
I'm talking about a woman and yourself, you know, Mr. Herman. You know, getting together, you know what I mean.
I'm not interested in another woman, as I've already got 4 as it is.
You must be playing them fucking well, Mr. Hawkey, I'll tell you that. They must be fucking hers.
No, they're certainly not whores. They're prostitutes. They're not whores. There's no need for that, you know.
Right now, give it over. Tom King, have you ever had a blow job?
No, I've certainly never had a blowjob, and I have, but of course, being the Defence Secretary for England and Northern Ireland and whatever else, I have administered blow pipes into the country, and certainly not blow jobs.
Well, now, we've got Robert here tonight with us. Now, Robert, you're back, of course, by public demand. Have you ever had any sexual encounters, or do you ever have sex?
Sex? What? Sex in the morning are you talking about?
No, we're talking about sex. S-E-X, sex, Robert.
Sex? I love having sex. I've sex 10 times a night,
You must have a tail on you like a fucking monkey wrench, Rabbit.
No, I'm not screwing a monkey or a wench.
He's a daft fucking bastard. What would you bring her there then for? But we had this trouble before. Leave him alone, Johnny.
Now, Robert, do you like fruits?
Yes, I like pineapples, I like oranges, I love bananas too.
I up your fucking ass.
Right now, make way here, for we've got Her Majesty the Queen in. Excuse me, have sex often.
I don't have sex often with the people in Northern Ireland because they're the most deprived people in the whole of Britain.
I always knew it. The Queen's a bit of a gear. Hey, fuck.
I said I don't have sex, you silly Finian daft bastard.
Hey, I knock the fucking head of you, orange bastard, you.
Right now, the fucking party is give it over. Fuck's sake, give it over. Johnny, that's the Queen.
I don't give a fuck who it is. I'm not taking a lip from her because she's a crown in her fucking head.
Right, excuse me, Mum, any more of your language and I'll throw you out the fuck. Right now, Florence, you wanted something there?
Fucking right today. I'm looking for a bit of sex and I want it right now. Who's gonna fucking give it to me?
Certainly not me. I don't want the fucking dose of your crabs.
Certainly not me. I wouldn't touch it with a fucking bars pole, you know.
There's no way I'm gonna touch you, 'cause the crabs and the fucking lobsters were hanging right out of your underwear. There's nowhere I'm going to you. I'll end up getting knocked the fuck so when I want to go home.
Well, what about you, Jerry? You look as though you're well hung, you're well geared. Right, come on, man, I'm your fucking man.
Excuse me, this is a live recording news, so you just can't fucking lie in the middle of flood.
So fucking what? That's right, Jerry, you fucking tell him. So what? Right, hold on now. Hold on, I get these fucking bags to influence. I've been fucking after this for I don't know.
Fuck's sake, Jerry, wise up.
Fucking ways up. You knock it fucking right into the birthday. Right, come on, Florence, on the fucking floor there. Right, come on, Jerry. Get it in. Get it in, Jerry. Right, fuck. Oh, jeez, fuck, it's a bit tight there. You're up the fucking arse, sick. Oh, fuck. Oh, jeez.
Mr. Cole, excuse me, you going to allow this sort of perversion to carry on?
Fucking right there, this is educational, Sir John, now shut up.
Right, Florence, that's it. I'm in there, Florence. Oh, God. Oh, it's better. Oh, it feels better. How's it feel? Oh, fuck, Jerry, that's great. I never had a Finian at me before. No, for fuck's sake, oh, this is marvellous. Oh, Florence. Fuck me. Oh, you're some uprooted.
Right, Jerry, hurry up and get it over with, for fuck's sake. Would anyone else like a fucking bang at Florence while we're all waiting here?
The fuck are you yapping for fuck's sake? My cock's not that big. What are you yapping for, you yappy cunty?
Right now, come on, Dr. Paisley, what about you? Would you like a
fucking sure I'm not touching that. You must be fucking joking, Mr. Cole. You stuck anything on that, you be pulling out fucking nothing again.
What about you, Charles Hawkey?
I think I'll just spectate because my right hand's engaged at the minute, you know.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Talking of which, Jerry, you finished it?
Oh, fuck. Oh, that was great, Florence. Oh, that was marvellous. Oh, fuck, I'm naked. Oh, queer bit of gear, boy. Lovely. Hey, thanks very much, Florence.
Here, where the fuck do you think you're going?
I'm back to my seat, here, you.
Fucking see you're not. There's no way. Where do you think you're fucking going? You better pay me before you go and sit in your fucking hole.
Oh, fuck. Much do you want? Give us a fucking 10, that'll do, rightly. Here, you dirty fucking you. Where's the fucking money? Fuck's sake. Here, you dirty bastard. You stick up your arse.
Right now, that's it now. Give it over. Barry McGuigan, do you think masturbation is an important aspect to both sexes, female and male?
Well, I use the right, then the left, then the right again, then the left, then the right again, and then...
You get a punch in the fucking bullocks and that shoe fucking down on the deck. The way Jim McDonald done you in there last fucking fight, Mr. McGuigan.
No, I don't want you to mention anything about the last fight. I was getting over it. I don't want you to say anything about it. Fuck's sake. No, I think masturbation is disgusting. It's alright sticking your finger up your hole, but, I mean, pulling what you have hanging is not...
What about women, then? They don't have anything hanging.
Well, they've got ditties hanging, and they have the lobbyists hanging, and whatever else is hanging there. But I think it's disgusting. I think you should just stick to plain love-making, and that's it.
Fuck, you're a fucking bored bastard, so you are.
Right, well, what about Charles Hawkey? What have you got to say about masturbation?
Well, all the time, I loved one, you know, masturbation is very good for you indeed. There's nothing to beat a good ham shank, you know. There's nothing to beat it. But I prefer, you know, a woman coming on top of me to do it to me, you know. That I pay for it, you know. And I prefer women to come and do it.
For fuck's sake, don't be telling me you fucking pay for prostitutes again, Mr. Hawkey. All we've done is talk about fucking prostitution.
Jerry Fit, what about masturbation?
What after that bang there got a Florence? Masturbating now, man. Fuck yourself. No way. You get the leg of a woman like Florence, you don't need to masturbate, Mr. Cool.
Right now, well, Mr. X from Concora House, we might as well bring you back in again. What do you work at now that the Concora Fruit Band have disbanded?
Well, I work as a child care assistant for the social services. And at night, I prowl the streets with my raincoat on and a quarter of dolly mixtures to look for potential victims.
Excuse me, Mr. Cole. I think we have enough evidence here to suggest that this man could be arrested and taken immediately into custody.
You can't because this man's, I was going to give his name out there, but you can't do that, Mr. Herman, because this man's identity is being protected. Dr. Paisley, what do you think of Mr. X's cravings for these youngsters?
Well, I think he's a sick man, and as far as I'm concerned, he needs to get medical help and seek it right away.
Medical help? He needs to be put down, the fucking dirty bastard. Come here, you fucking child molesting fucking bastard, yeah? Knock that fucker on. Right now, gentlemen, get over there, knock that fucker.
Hey, fucker, leave me alone, I'm right, for fuck's sake, settle it down.
Here, is there any chance that I get the fucking boot in this cunt?
Well, the fucking are you see a renowned for sticking their boots in them.
Hold on a minute, fucking let me at him. Right, give it over now, fuck's sake.
Jesus Christ, we're getting all out of fucking order. They're going to wreck the fucking joint. Now, leave him alone, for God's sake, Jerry. Get your hands off him.
Leave him alone, he's a fucking dirty bastard. Fucking, I don't know why you invited him in here. He's fucking dead to her.
Right now, give it over. Jesus Christ. Now, Prince Charles is going to go to you. What do you think of condoms, just to get off the subject?
I think condoms are a very wise choice instead of going bareback, and it also is a preventative measure from us getting these disastrous diseases, AIDS and VD and syphilis, which is sweeping the country. Mind you, there's a few of them in here that has it tonight. Florence, for instance.
Hey, what are you fucking saying there, big ears? I'll knock the fuck out of you, big ears.
Please, Florence, I need you.
Right, Florence, for fuck's sake, get up.
I'll knock the fuck out of him. I have no fucking dirty hair. Don't mind taking a few more for a ride, but I'm not fucking taking this.
Please, Florence, I was only joking you, for God's sake.
Bastard, you fucking... Come on up a fucking shankle and say that, pig ears. You'll never get fucking out of it.
Jesus Christ, Florence, give it over for God's sake. Can't conduct fuck all in here and everybody's going fucking berserk. Right now, Lord Fit or Mr. Fit, do you think condoms are essential?
In my opinion, I don't fucking wear them.
Fuck's sake, you wouldn't even wear socks, let alone condoms, you dirty bastard.
Well, to finish off tonight's discussions, ladies and gentlemen, we went round a brave few of our celebrities and we've discussed spitting sex into the in-depths of the sea, you would say. We went right to the bottom with it. Well, to finish it off, we'd like to ask a few of our politicians who they would like most in their bed. Dr. Paisley, I would like to ask you, who would you like to have in your bed if you, of course, weren't married?
Well, I would like to have the likes of Marilyn Monroe in my bed.
Fuck, you better start fucking digging.
I'll start fucking digging her. Oh, I'm only joking, you'll knock your bollocks in, fuck's sake. You bastard, you'll knock the fuck out of you.
Right, come on now, give it over, for fuck's sake. Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm sorry about that. I think I fucking shit myself.
Give us that fucking spray out. Oh, you're a dirty fucking bastard, you are.
Hey, you fucking give me a dick and a grub there for fuck all. I was only messed about Marilyn Monroe.
Yeah, bastard. That's my fucking idol. Bastard.
Jesus Christ, I've never came across an ending like this in all my fucking life. Anyhow, we're going to end it off there, ladies and gentlemen. This is John Cole, thanking you all for tuning in and listening again to Spittin' Tips. And we hope to hear from you very, very soon. From me, good night and God bless.